and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Happy 14th of December, everybody. I've got some bits of dust on my cover sheet. I hope you're all doing well. As always, the comments seem to be that most of you are. So, my Advent for today, it's actually a bigger box. I thought I was pretty much done with bigger boxes, so it doesn't sound like diamonds, I don't think, but let's have a look. Oh, so it is just a pair of tweezers, but a very bright and funky. It's one of those sort of iridescent-ish. I say ish, it does change colour slightly, but more around the edges than it does in the middle. And it does have it on the inside as well, so it's got like an iridescent coating, but oh boy, they are sharp. They are the sharp. They would be pretty good for getting out diamonds if I put one in the wrong place. So that is my day 14. I have had a few questions over the advent calendar and where I got it from. So the original unboxing for the advent calendar is in the description down below. So I've made sure that I've popped links to anything I can. There are sort of links down below. And yeah. Oh. Okay, so let's line these up. Let's move that one down so that it lines up with that one, and then that one can stay there to line up with that one. And then we get to do a little bit of his head and a little bit of his ear. So I wasn't quite halfway when I did it last time, so this might be a little bit bigger section, but that's fine because I feel as though I am getting quicker when I'm doing these. So I am finding that I'm going through them a little bit quicker sometimes. But that could be because I'm getting in the rhythm of both talking and diamond painting. We'll see. Today's tray is a limited edition tray that we did. I'm just priming my pen. I'm just priming my glue dot on my top. This was a limited edition tray that I did. And then the pen, so this pen is from Diamond Art Studio. So I ordered one of their new releases, or newest releases from a new artist. And it actually arrived a few weeks ago, but I didn't get round to doing sort of the unboxing video for it, which will actually be on my channel in January due to the fact that I'm doing the waffle. But they were kind enough to send me one of their pens. She did tell me she was popping a pen in. Sam did tell me, and I'm quite happy that it is their coffee one. Definitely suits me. I'm sure they've called it coffee. But I will pop a link for it down below in case you want to treat yourself to a pen. But you will be able to see the unboxing of that. I say, I think it's the first week in January that I'm going to schedule it to go up. But I couldn't wait any longer about unboxing it. So I got that done. And yeah, I've got a pen. Right, let me zoom you in actually, because the easel looks at a very funny angle if you're not actually zoomed in. And I do need to move, which is probably good. I could do with it being a bit closer to me because it's all the way at the top. Let me just tuck the diamond painting underneath my easel just a little bit so that I can get to this. There we go. I think we're right now. In other semi-big news, I finally finished my Grinch Christmas that I kit up in December. I hadn't been able to diamond paint pretty much the whole, well, from starting the Advent, I hadn't got a chance to diamond paint apart from the Advent. But I did manage to get a little bit of time on Sunday, or a little chunk of time in the evening on Sunday. And then Monday morning I had some online training, but training via Teams. So it was talking through the PowerPoint, etc. So I got the last little bit finished then. So Grinch is done. I have framed him, which isn't, the actual framing isn't on camera, though of course I will show him when I dekit, when I actually put the diamonds away. But he has been framed to stop any diamonds popping off. Is the main reason I wanted to get him framed as soon as it was finished. So keep an eye out, that video will be coming in January as well. It may not even get filmed till January, we'll see how time goes. But that one is finito. So now I've got to decide when I do next get to diamond paint, whether I am getting out the Home Fun canvas that I kit up as a ready and extra spare one, or whether to do some of the Minions diamond painting, which is my big diamond painting that I've got on the go. I'm kind of swaying towards the Home Fun one at the moment, but I think that's because it's square, whereas the Minions painting is also round, as is of course Zesty Wolf, and I do like to mix them both up. So I think I might get the square one done, and then if, you know, when I do potentially have more time to get some diamond painting done, because I'm kind of hoping that life has settled down enough for me to get a little bit extra in. I don't know if it'll happen each evening, but I'm hoping that I can at least get a couple of evenings a week where I can get some extra diamond painting in, and I'm hoping to get some more in at weekends. I say, we will see how it goes. But it would be kind of nice then for any chunk, especially any chunk between Christmas and New Year, when, you know, there's no videos being filmed for YouTube and we're taking that break. It will be nice to work through the Minions and feel as though, you know, I can get a nice, really good chunk done. But I say, we'll see what takes my mood when I do next get a bit of time to diamond paint. But they're my two current paintings now that are on the go, not including my Heaven and Earth designs. Yeah. So I'm doing the background first because I do have so much of it. And then the more exciting, well, exciting, not exciting, I do enjoy the background, but the more bringing the section to life will be afterwards. Right. Comments, questions, etc. So I'm currently on comments on the 6th of December. It is going to take me a while to go through these, I think. Maybe I'll need to squeeze in a couple more whip and chats when we come back in January and just do a few more whip and chats to get catch up before I go back to sort of varying loads more up. Ease us off the whip and chats gently, maybe. I'll see how many questions I have by the end of it. Questions and comments, should I say, because I enjoy reading the comments as well. So Margaret has said happy 6th of December. She said she's really enjoying this painting. She's doing the Zesty Wolf. She said you did well in the choice for the Advent. She says, I must admit she's been cheating a little by moving the cover sheets to be a little larger than they should be, which means she might have a very small section by the end of the Whip and Waffle. She is doing sections on 2 other paintings alongside this one, as well as doing a section of a Heaven and Earth design. She said, Addiction Plus, and thank you for the company. Oh, you're more than welcome, Margaret. I'm so glad that people are enjoying. Those that did choose to get the Zesty Wolf are enjoying it. Not every painting is for everybody's taste, and I am more than happy with that. It's, you know, I believe that people should spend their money on things they want to spend their money on and do diamond paintings that they're going to enjoy doing. But I am glad that people are enjoying, those that do like the image are enjoying doing it, and that it is such vibrant colours. And yeah, it just makes this whip and chat a bit more fun. It's still an advent, but it's a fun and bright advent. Renee says, hi Rebecca. She said, I was working on a canvas yesterday. She said, and her pink wax was driving her crazy. Also having to put wax in. She said she had no glue dots in the house. So she got thinking of what she could do without having to buy any. She was working on a double-sided adhesive canvas. So she cut some off the side of her painting, you know, when it overhangs. She cut some of the double-sided tape off that, and she's saying it works like a dream. Awesome news. I've never actually thought of trying double-sided tape in a pen. Maybe if I come across another one that needs, you know, wax taking out the tip, maybe I'll try standard double-sided tape and give that a go. We might see how well it goes potentially at the beginning of a video, and if it seems to need a bit of finessing, then maybe I'll have to try it off camera before I try it on camera again. I know with glue dots, I did first off try them off camera, and they do just take a little bit of getting used to. Just maybe more so priming the glue dots and knowing, you know, that you're definitely not going to do them any harm or lose all stickiness by dabbing them on something. So maybe I'll give double-sided tape a go. Right, I need to stand up because this is a lot higher up. Susan, she said, I don't know if you caught it. She said, but when you mentioned that the only 3 numbers in the painting, she said, do you realise that they were 147? Oh, I didn't. She said she does wonder if that was a coincidence or if Diamond Art Studio UK did that on purpose. I think we need an answer to that, Sam. Was the 1, 4 and 7 on the canvas, though they're in a different order, were they on purpose or were they just a happy accident? I like the idea of either a happy accident or on purpose. So we'll get an answer for that soon, Susan, from Sam, I'm sure. She says, thank you for another wonderful day of waffling. She says she's enjoying this immensely. Perfect. Makes an hour of waffling each evening completely worth it. No matter how tired I am, because I'm not doing it on my own. I'm doing it with all of you guys. And I'm getting a painting out of it, so bonus. Tammy says she's joining in. She wants to try and finish her Alice in Wonderland. Yes, use this as an opportunity to, you know, get some time in on your big projects as well as your small ones. Get through some of your current projects and get that little bit of time for yourself. While I might not be finding, you know, additional time to work on other paintings, I am at least diamond painting. I think I can safely say throughout December, I have diamond painted every day, I think, bar one. So there was one Friday that we were going out with friends on the Friday evening. So I had work and then we were going out within an hour of me finishing work. So I did 2 lots the day before. So I still got a bit of me time. It was just a different kind of me time. It was an out for a meal and drinks with friends daytime. Virginia says she loves watching you and seeing what you're working on. She says after Christmas she'll be buying some of my pens and trays. She says she always watches me every day, and she's actually from Virginia. Or is that from Virginia as in that's your name? I'm not sure. That's where YouTube sometimes confuses me. But yeah, that's awesome. Say if you want pens and trays, they are available in the shop. But they are by no means a must, but they are a good buy if you do buy. Many people love our trays, and I love our trays, which is why I use them all the time, because they do the job. Debbie says that day 6 was a beautiful diamond painting pen. I actually can't remember what was day 6 because it was a while ago, but I've loved every single pen I've used so far, so I am definitely on a winner. In fact, that's probably one of the hardest things for me now, is which pen do I use, because I love each and every one of them. I've got a pile of pens out here. I know I've not got enough days throughout December to go through them all, but I'm hoping to get through, a few. Definitely, I can definitely get through quite a few more before we're done. Kasara, she says, hi Rebecca. She says she's new to diamond painting and she's from Belgium. She says your tips and tricks have already helped a lot. Oh, I am glad. That's what they're there for. She said she first watched my videos and then she knew what it was and what she could expect. And of course she knew everything she needed. And now she says she's slightly addicted. Well, there's one thing I do need to break to you, Cassandra. That slightly addicted might become very addicted. It doesn't take much to tip from one to the other. From slightly addicted to extremely addicted can happen without you quite realising that it is. But it's not a bad hobby to have. Not a bad addiction to have. Amanda, she says, hi Rebecca. She says, love your video. She says, especially your kitting ups and kitting downs. Yes, they are always popular videos. Sometimes I feel like kitting up lots of paintings before I'm ready to do them, because they are popular, and sometimes if I'm wondering what video I can do on a certain day, it's like, oh, they'll always love a kitting up. But I will then shoot myself in the foot and have too many paintings kitted up, and I won't know which one I'm doing, never mind anybody else. So I do have to rein myself in, or try to. But yeah, they're definitely popular ones, and there will definitely be ones coming in January because I've been working on this one all the way through December. So there will be a couple, hopefully 2D kittings. I'm already ready to do 1D kitting. Hopefully the second D kitting will be ready, and then maybe I can get another small one kitted up as well. And try and get, a nice chunk of time to get through some more diamond paintings. Because once I get more diamond paintings done, I can add more to the stash. She says she's a 21-year-old mother to her son, and his birthday is on January the 8th. She started diamond painting about November 2018, and she says she's trying to do a 30 by 30 for a brother and 2 30 by 40s for Christmas gifts, but she thinks she might have bit off more than she can chew. I mean, I do that all the time. My Heaven and Earth design is definitely a shout out to biting off more than I can possibly chew, in the fact that it's been going on so long. But I have been known to uncover a section. In fact, I did it with trying to finish the Grinch one. I pulled off a big section. I thought, oh, it won't take me this long. You know, it's got some blocks of colour. I'll be all right. 12:15, and I'm toddling off to bed, and I'm up for work at 8 in the morning. Yeah, I do that all the time. She says, but she also has a love for mystery paintings now, because she likes that she doesn't know what it is till it's finished. She says, so she has over 30 in her stash right now. She says 20 by 30s, 30 by 30s and 30 by 40s. And she's trying to get a 20 by 20 square done each day. But it doesn't happen most of the time. I can imagine with a little one. She said having a 3-year-old that is getting his 4-year molars. Ooh. And then I'm saying ooh because she said her boyfriend has just had some teeth pulled. So she's trying to stay a little after her bedtime to get it done. Yeah, that I do that often. I definitely do that often. She says, with everything going on in life, it is hard right now, she says, but she tries to push through and take it one day at a time. She says she's sorry for the whole book she wrote. She said she's not a good reader or speller. She has a reading disability. She said, have a nice rest of the month, you and your family. Well, I read that perfectly fine, Amanda. So whether every word is spelt right or not, I could make perfect sense of that. And I just say, take it easy on yourself. Maybe if you've got three gifts on the go. I don't know if they're still on the go since this, question went up, whether you've got somewhere with them. But maybe you need to see if there's one of those gifts that you could potentially give after Christmas. Or maybe you could move one of the gifts that you had for somebody for Christmas to maybe to their birthday. Just try and take a little bit of pressure off yourself if you're finding it's a bit too much, because you don't want to not enjoy the hobby. You've got to enjoy the process. I mean, saying that, I did nearly throw Grinch out the window because I wasn't enjoying the process, but I'm also stubborn. And I knew I'd like him when he was finished. But yeah, Amanda, do have a think as to whether there is the potential for you to not have to do all 3 for Christmas. And if you happen to get there because times change and you're enjoying the process again, then so be it. But maybe try and take the pressure off yourself. 4-year-olds, they can be hard work, depending on the day, depending on their mood as well as yours. So while you need time for yourself, you don't need it to be stressful time for yourself. Oh, and sending our love to your boyfriend as well. I'm sure having his teeth pulled was not fun. Amy, she says she's only got 24 in her advent, not 25. But she's going to reuse it and get loads put in a bag and then tell someone. So she's going to tell someone to fill it for her next year and put extras in a bag for day 25. Yeah, some companies do 24 days for Advent, some companies do 25. I'm happy with 24, to be honest. I think 25, by the time you get to day 25, you've often got Christmas stockings and meal and time with families, and you know, if there's kids you've got, they become first priority. So I'm often quite happy with 24. Though having said that, if you don't end up with the likes of your chocolate on Christmas morning, then sometimes the advent calendar can be your little saving grace. Liz says she now has an image of Van Gogh in her head, sat with a diamond painting pen dotting away. And that's from the phrase that we use on, well, it's on the front page of our website, and it's also on our diamond painting logbook bookmarks. We have a quote from Van Gogh on there. I think he would have liked diamond painting if it was around at that time. I'm sure he would have given it a go, though I'm sure he would still potentially enjoy actual painting a little bit more. After all, it was his passion. Ruth says she managed to get a copy of Zesty Fox, and she bought the diamond painting green pen. She said it arrived this morning, and they are both beautiful. Oh, good. She says she's thinking of doing an advent, in brackets, every month next year. So setting up a painting for the month, a bit like we do for the June waffle. Setting yourself up a painting, or maybe even still setting it up as 24 or 25 days each month would be good. And then if you do have days that you can't do because of life, you're still on track to finish by the end of the month. She says she'll do Zesty Fox for the first one to kick it off. She said, thank you for doing this wonderful event again. Oh, you're welcome. I love December Advent. Sometimes because it is busy, quite often, you know, filming the Advent is what gets my diamond painting in there, my time in there. It's a way of making myself. I have to, because I need the video up. And that's as good an excuse as any in my book. Kitting Up Kitten said, hi Rebecca. She says she's worked alongside, but she's been unwell last week and work has been busy. She said she wishes she had more free time to do it every day. I hear ya. She says, but she's enjoying watching while sitting outside on the school run. She says Zesty Wolf is looking good. Well, if you're unwell, I completely get the fact that anything else goes out the window. It's your body saying that you needed to rest, probably, or partly. And yeah, just don't beat yourself up about it. If you've got a painting that you've sectioned into 24, then there's always the days after Christmas to fit them back in. Just don't stop on Christmas Eve. Carry on. Carve yourself out that little bit of time when everybody else is comatose. Christmas afternoon, maybe. Or maybe quieter Christmas evening when everybody's gone bed early because of the time they woke up. Excuse me. Maybe use that time to catch up. Excuse me. Okay, 3 Bart Boys Plus. Love that name. She said she did message Ever Moments, and they have confirmed that they now do use poured glue for all orders. Awesome. I still need to order myself one. I need to do that actually, so that I can get one arriving after Christmas. Ashley said she just finished her most recent painting in time to watch me work on today's section. Perfect timing. Glad we could get in sync, Ashley. I like it when things work out like that. It's just the small things. Kim says she has the same advent calendar as I do. She said her box 7 was empty. Oh, she said seeing what I got, she said she was disappointed. She paid $104 American dollars for her box, and she says they left out one of the best gifts. I'm trying to think, what was number 7 now? Oh, that was the coaster, I think, wasn't it? She says she's no way to let them know. They have got contact details, I think. She said hopefully the rest of the month will be there. Lady Dax has replied and said get in touch with Katie by email and tell them. She says, and it might also be worth, and this is a good shout, she said it might also be worth getting somebody else to have a look through the rest of the boxes for you before you email them, just to check that there's nothing else missing. I'm sure that is just a production error. On the unboxing video that is linked in the description under this video, in there is not only the link to the UK Amazon, which won't be relevant for you, but there is the link to the Katie website themselves. So you should be able to bob them an email off there. And if need be, depending on whether it's a contact us form or it's an email address, you may also be able to send them details of your order if you got it off Amazon. Or if you got it from them directly, you should be able to give them their, the likes of your order number. And they should be able to sort that out for you, I would have thought. Christina says, is the picture you're doing for Christmas at the moment, is it a fox? We call it Zesty Wolf. It could possibly be classed as a fox as well. I think it's got one of those looks of the face that it could be a fox or a wolf. Because the features, or some of the features, depending on how the fox or the wolf is drawn, some of the features are the same. It's normally the colour that tells you which one's which. And of course we've done colours, well, apart from orange, that is the colour of a fox. The other colours are definitely not the colours for a fox in its normal state. So yeah, it could be either. I think it was the eyes that made us more think wolf than fox. But it can be what you want it to be, Christina. If you think it looks more like a fox, then to you it's a fox. Helen said she loves the pen from Diana. She said, where is it from, please? Oh, yes, because I got myself all in a kerfuddle trying to remember which pen was from who without actually double checking, because I've slept since then. So this is the one that Cindy got me, and this one is from, and why have I forgotten her name now? Bella's Diamond Painting Pens. And then this one was from Diana, and this one is from Donna Bass. So it's a Donna Bass pen, B-A-S-S. Sorry about that, I didn't put the right sort of company it was from, because I got myself in a muddle. All in a muddle. And I don't know why I've started this side. I think it's because it's low. The cat lady said she couldn't join tonight as she was back at the vet. Oh no. She says this time with her old tomcat. She said hard decisions made, and she's now saddened as her cat was 18 and had been a character all his life. Oh, you are not having a good December. She says she'll catch up tomorrow and join us then. You take your time. I know this was put on the 7th. This was a comment on the 7th. And I'm kind of sorry I'm a bit behind when it comes to things like that. But yeah, you take your time. You're having a tough December by the sounds of it. Kerry Gold, she's actually got a couple of questions. So she said, hi, is it easier using an easel for diamond painting? She says her back is not so good at the moment, so she's thinking of getting one. Yes, and yes, Kerry, is the answer to that one. The easel definitely does help with the back and the neck. You know, the ultimate table service or table setup for a diamond painting is quite possibly the likes of a drafter's table. But for those of us that either don't have room or can't quite make the room, it's one of those. I could potentially make the room, but I think I'd sacrifice some things. I'm not quite sure if they're worth sacrificing for the good of the family. But yeah, if you need, you know, something more portable, or maybe you're using a dining table or something, an easel is a yes. It's a lot more cost effective. I know Megan's easel was £15 from the works. And if you go to our website, addmorezest.com, we do have a tab or a section of the website that's called Favourites, and there is a link to the easel from the works on there. But yeah, an easel is amazing for, you know, back problems or neck problems. It really helps things like that. Oh, look, all the black's done. It's like, even though the colours aren't done, it's popping already. And then her second question was, how would you do a large painting on an easel? So while you're on the website having a look for the link to the easel, if you're in the UK, and if not, you've got a picture reference if you're not in the UK. While you're on there, there is also a tab called videos. And if you have a look, so not in the 100 tips and tricks section, I've done videos in that tips and tricks on working with a large painting. I've definitely done that in there. But in the video section that is just called tips and tricks, rather than 100 tips and tricks, there is a longer video on working with a large painting, and I actually show you my setup of my large painting on my easel. And I work on all large paintings that way. Mr. Quacker's, that was 60 by 80. He was worked on there. Minions, which is, I'm trying to grab hold of it, 186 by 51. I work on the Minions on there as well. I work on all of them on this easel that I'm currently on. And I just roll them round pipe lagging or pipe insulation, or pool noodle if you don't live somewhere that needs your pipes covering to stop them freezing. Okay, star. Sorry, resetting myself to the diamond painting because my brain went on a wander. Josie Cook, she said yes, it was her who did a new colour each day in the June Advent. I knew somebody had. So rather than doing a section per day, Josie did a colour per day on her diamond painting. So some days there was more colours and some days there was less, or more diamonds to place. should I say. And some days there was less. She said since then she has purchased some cover sheets and she now works in sections. At least then you know roughly how much time it's going to take you, Josie. You can, you know, once you've got a size of cover sheet that you're happy with. So the ones that I use are, they're about 3 inches by 4 inches. Roughly in size, and they are the perfect size for me. Sometimes I will take 2 cover sheets off and sometimes I'll only take 1, but I know that 1 individual cover sheet takes me roughly an hour to do. So, you know, it can be give or take depending on whether it's square or round and whether it's confetti or not. But I have a rough idea of an hour. So if I know I'm sitting down in the evening and I'm planning on doing a couple of hours of diamond painting, I might take 2 sections off. But yeah, cover sheets are really good for that. She said she didn't want to cut them down. Yeah, because I did cut my cover sheets down. And some people overlap them rather than cutting them down, but I decided to cut them down to this size. And that is partly because I can lay my hands on more. I will admit I can just grab more if I need to. So she has decided to go with the numbers again, so she didn't have to cut down her cover sheets. Some people have overlapped them, so they have overlapped the cover sheets. Cover sheets. Words, Rebecca. Yeah, some people have overlapped them, so some days they might do a slightly bigger section than the next day, but they still get the rough. You know, they're roughly divided into 24. Do what works for you. Lady Dax says she was really happy with her box today. She got a coaster too. This is on day 7. She said, but her design was a big spider. So like Spider-Man's symbol. She said her son's hobby is breeding exotic tarantulas. Ooh, not sure if I'm keen on that. I'm not. I'm one of those people. I am not fond of spiders, but I wouldn't say I like spiders. I will deal with a spider if I have to, and I won't scream if I see a spider, but I definitely don't like having to deal with a spider. You know, if one goes running onto the couch, for example, as long as it stays there, I'm fine. And I've missed some black. That's another video where you're all shouting at me I missed some black. I'm going to have to go get that. But yeah, sounds like it was the right coaster for you. I'll stick with the bear. She says she's going to use a sheet from day 2 and copy the design off the coaster for his birthday card. Good shout. She said, which is on Boxing Day. I like your creativity. So she's going to, day 2's separate single sort of sheets, she's going to use to copy the design of the spider and then put it on a birthday card. I like it. His birthday is on Boxing Day. But she said she is sad to read Kim's comment below that she's opened an empty box. Yeah. Do keep us updated, Kim, if and when they get back to you. While I am dipping in my pot, because I've just had to fix my black problem, I'm going to get my one little orange before I go back to my pink. Tanya said she loved, day 5's chat. She said, When you talked about the pick and mix, she said it made her think of her grandma. She always had pick and mix sweeties at Christmas time. My grandma always had fun-sized chocolate bars and biscuits when we went round. And my mother-in-law always had what was called the grot box, which tended to be full-size chocolate bars. Though I was older when I knew my mother-in-law, so of course, you know, stomach size had grown from fun size. She said it made me smile thinking of her. Oh, that's good. When I think of baking, it makes me think of my nana. Bless her. She says she also has diamond painting at work that she works on during her lunch hour if she doesn't have to go out. She said it's nice to sit and dot for a while before the madness starts again. I agree. I definitely agree. That's maybe where I could squeeze a little bit more diamond painting in. Maybe. On my lunch. So I do only get half an hour on my lunch. But I can eat at my desk, you know, working from home. I've allowed myself to eat at my desk, and I can multitask in that way. I often pack orders on my lunch half hour, and then hubby takes them to the post office when he comes in. But it's going to get quieter the closer it gets to Christmas because of Christmas post. So maybe I'll have to make sure that my diamond painting is set up just in case, and maybe I can just dot away for half an hour, and it'd be amazing how quick it will get done. Anna says the coaster looks very pretty and she would love to see it finished. I may well do that over Christmas break, actually. I like doing little projects even more over sort of, you know, the Christmas days, you know, when the kids are about, but they're happy doing their own thing, you know, and everybody's just actively being, you know, themselves. I like to do the little projects like that because I can do them and then I can put them down again. Do you know what I mean? It's not something that I'm focused on for a huge chunk of time. I can start doing it and then I can walk away and go and do something, or I can do it while watching a film, and I don't take up loads of space with my big easel. So yeah, maybe I'll try and get him done over the Christmas period once I've done my Advent finale video, to let you guys all, you know, see what I did get. And then anybody that's also got one can do a comparison. Okay. I've only got one more colour. All Things Crafty by Kaz. She says she's been using glue dots for a few months now, and she does have to admit they're a game changer. She used blue tack previously, but she still uses that in her 5-placer. Yeah, glue dots might work in some multi-placers. It's never anything I've tested, only because I don't use multi-placers. But I have heard they're not quite as easy in multi-placers. Emily says she hasn't managed to see the last few Advents because she's been busy with school. But the painting is looking really good and she has lots to catch up on. Yeah, when you can find yourself that minute, Emily, then the videos are there to catch up. If not, there's between Christmas and New Year. You can catch up then when I have a rest. Margaret says happy 7th of December. So we have got through to the questions on the 7th. Whoop, whoop. She says she likes the idea of us doing our own advent calendar. She says, hope you're able to work something out. She says she's thoroughly enjoyed doing Zesty Wolf with me, and she's using the same number placement. I thought a few people would potentially do the same number placement. So when I did kit this up, I did hold it up in case people wanted to. It saved them, you know, you do have the excitement if you do a different number placement of seeing some sections that I've not yet done. But then in turn, you do get me doing some sections that you've not yet done. So you've got to weigh up what works for you if you're doing the same painting. Just getting rid of some little fluffy bits in my diamonds, though they're not looking almighty straight. But they will do from a distance, and that's the main thing. Fair Dust one also says, which do you like better, poured glue or double-sided adhesive? If I had a choice of which one, so if I had an image that I liked, and the company, you know, whatever company I was choosing to do one from or to purchase from, had the option of both, poured glue every time. You don't have the risk of the air bubbles that you can get on the double-sided tape that you can flatten down, but they're just an added thing that you need to do. So you don't have to deal with them. You can be a lot rougher with the canvas, and quite often if you do pop your diamond down slightly in the wrong place, you can scoot it over a bit easier on poured glue. So yeah, between the two of those, I would say poured glue every time if I had the choice. Okay. Oh, and I will do want to quick thank you to Gina. She has been binge watching videos, and she does put lots and lots of little hearts up to tell me she's been there. So thank you for your support and your watching, Gina. Right, day 14 has been done. I keep losing, December is flying. So we're down to day 15 tomorrow, down here. Oh, it's getting there. It's like excitement and disappointment that it's going so quick, all in one. But thank you all so much for joining me. Do come back tomorrow for day 15, and yeah, we'll see how everything goes. Looks like we've got a bit more blockiness again tomorrow, but I've definitely got loads more comments, questions, all the rest to chit and chat to you about. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining in whatever way you are, and for being here and for watching each day, and for each and every one of your comments. And I'll speak to you all again tomorrow.